not offended, Todd. I'm over you too.
Coach, I would say very early to tell, but Kara.
Yeah, it's we've definitely been plagued with some injuries, and it's my heart goes out to her. She's been through a lot, and we're just praying and hoping that we get some good news Sunday.
Talk about Sunday. You got past the one that you want to see on Friday. Now the attention can turn to Kentucky, a real good team. And
very good team.
How much do you know about them, and how much do you learn 24 hours from now?
Quick turnover. We've obviously the staff has been doing a great job, collecting some information. I know John when he used to be at Ohio State and other places, and some of his players, but it's going to be a great game. Obviously they made the tournament last year, and they got other returners coming back, so it's a very lethal team, especially up top.
Even though it was 4-0 today, and you got some fresh faces in there, how important is that now to get them experience for? It looks like they're going to be pressed for playing time now.
It's such a tremendous opportunity for some of our younger players to really, step up and show time. And, I'm always excited to see, what they can do with these opportunities. And it's critical. It's critical to see. I do get to watch them in practice, but, it was important for me to see them against an opponent outside of our roster, so it was good.
Speaking of that, getting the new faces in, how crucial is the depth now that you're fighting these injuries?
It's critical. We going in and double overtime against Duke and then facing North Carolina and the depth they had and the depth we didn't have, and now we keep losing people. It's really going to be important for people to step up with this opportunity and the depth that we need, and we're going to have to find and figure out. So coaches are going to have some interesting things to look at and make sure that we're ready. We have that rotation.
How are you guys going to get rid of that injury jinx?
I'm going to church. I'm going to wrap crosses all over me. I'm going to do a lot of praying and, talk to the most holy people I know.
Coach, you got a couple fresh faces on the scoring sheet tonight. Just talk about that and how important it is for their confidence to finally put one in the back of the net.
Yeah, Tessa obviously scored in the scrimmage, but what a great goal she had tonight. Very well deserved and very earned, and Ashley Lawrence the same thing. It was really exciting for both of them to, get on the board, and I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody else that's new to it. But those, I know both of them. Those two really, stood out to me, and Carrie Price has already been on the board, and Kate, but I think that says a lot, and I think Ash got obviously an assist to Ashley Lawrence, so it's really important that she's getting herself back into the rhythm of her play.
From the second minute tonight that they just collapsed, into a defensive shell.
Yeah.
How pleased were you with the way that the girls kind of realised that and then started to try and exploit and get numbers?
Yeah, we learned early on when we went to Syracuse that some teams were really respecting us and restraining and staying compact and doing some things to offset what we do. So it's a huge compliment, but it also is something we needed to figure out. And at training, I give the girls a lot of credit with the focus and the understanding of, really how to get into some seams and get into some spaces and to figure out how we can finish. And, obviously EKU definitely had a game plan, and, it was good that we could break it down.
Was it something that you maybe had to address at halftime as well? And
yeah, we did.
The third goal was like a perfect example.
Yeah, we did. We addressed it at halftime. I don't want to take any credit. It wasn't any masterminding. It was some things that I know these girls are capable of and understanding, and it's always about the execution at halftime. So, the girls knew it, they saw it, and it was just a matter of time for them to apply it, so it was pretty exciting.
Kadeisha went the full 90? Is that just
it was Kadeisha the only one, and Keane, right?
So just the plans to keep her on the field?
Yeah.
So dominant back there.
Yeah, isn't she? She is. She's fun to watch. I think, we just wanted to give some people some other looks, and Keish, has really done some really good things with the communication piece. So it's always good to have her on the field.
With today's shutout, Sara Keane is like 4th on the West Virginia list in shutouts. Can you speak about what makes her so good?
It's her leadership. It's, her ability to read the game. I think a lot of us really want to, I know I do, but I know the team, wants her to get those shutouts because she's so well respected. So I think when you have that camaraderie behind you, but plus the organization and the decision-making she has, that just kind of equates to those shutouts.
She had a huge save real early on in the game.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that on tape, and I think, I think really great goalkeepers make the saves they're supposed to make, and they come up with one special save, and if that was the one, thank you, Sara Keane. Good.
Was Ashley sort of was she an attacking type midfielder, like playing for Team Canada?
Ashley is, obviously she's been the under 17, Canada Player of the Year 2 years in a row. And, she's a very utility player, but she was definitely in midfield. I think Brian in the World Cup, in the 17 World Cup, maybe played her a little bit more holding. But again, it just depends what you need from her, because she's very good defensively, but very lethal offensively. So I think he played her both ways.
Yeah, so she fits in nicely with what you're trying to do.
Yeah, she does. And she's, just getting back and getting healthy from her. She came in with an ankle injury, and, I think she's finally getting her legs about her.
Did you recruit